Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy GMike Perez, aka GMike, and y'all already know what it is, baby. Back with another episode of the G Perspective, and on this episode, we're going over the NBA Conference Finals. For the West, we got the Denver Nuggets going up against the Los Angeles Lakers, and for the East, we got the Miami Heat going up against the Boston Celtics for back-to-back years in a row. Before we get into the episode, follow me on my socials on Twitter at GMike Perez, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at GMike Media _, and then the podcast, the audio version of it is available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube as well. Let's get into the episode. I'm bringing on two old guests, Dicky and Nick Wilkins, to go over these conference finals. It was very informative, entertaining, and interesting episode. And we also get into the whole miss situation with John Morant and showing the pistol on IG Live. So let's get it. Hey, we got Dicky and Nick back in the house. How y'all doing, my boys?
Man. Listen, I'm good, my boy. Good, man. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be back again. You already know it's that time of the year, man. It's like Christmas for me. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, basketball, basketball.
He said it's like Christmas, but our teams are never there.
Well, the team that he got the jersey for right now is there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's there.
You know
but you know what team you rooting for? Because I'm rooting for the same one.
That's a fact.
I
got you. I just celebrate basketball, even though my team.
No, 100%, bro. 100%. I have so many jerseys and pictures or teams that I don't even like. I root for, but they're not my favorite team. Like I got a Miami Heat shirt, and that will be on. That will be on for this this upcoming series.
Yeah, but I like having like different jerseys, like how Dicky has a bunch of jerseys and stuff. Like eventually, I'm gonna get to that point of having a bunch.
I agree. Again, I'm definitely going to.
I will rock any single jersey that's not Cowboys, Lakers, Boston Red Sox, North Carolina Tar Heels, or Florida State Seminoles. Those are the only 5 jerseys I'm not rocking. None.
Okay.
I'm not rocking a Celtics jersey. Ever.
Fuck Boston.
I will never rock a Celtics jersey or a Patriots jersey. I can't believe that wasn't in your top. You probably got a Tom Brady jersey.
Listen,
you probably do.
You definitely do. You got a Tampa Bay one.
You got a Tampa Bay one? Tampa Tom?
To tell you, I don't have a Tom Brady jersey. I need to get one, though.
Really?
But, yeah, fact. What I really need,
but
listen,
not a Patriots. Don't get a Patriots one.
No, please don't get. Please don't get a Patriots Tom Brady jersey. I will not respect you as a person.
Next 3 jerseys, Bronny USC. I need a Bronny USC.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
I need an A-Rod Jets. And
with the 8 is tough. With the 8 is tough. I'm not gonna lie. But I can't. As a Detroit Lions fan, I cannot. No,
there's
put
the
that
old
away.
one.
I don't want to see that. You know I'm glad it's over. I don't got to see that ever.
I'll edit that out.
I don't want to see that ever again. Never. Not in the NFC North.
Listen, it's glad
I'm fine. I'm fine. He's a Jet. I've always respected Aaron Rodgers. I just didn't like when he was throwing game-winning Hail Marys on my team.
And that was like every year, twice a year,
pretty much.
Because we always face them at the end of the year, and it's an important game for them, and it's not for us. And we're just like, we hope we win and get destroyed.
Well, I mean, last year had to be a nice consolation prize. Last year had to be a nice consolation prize for y'all. I mean, y'all didn't make the playoffs, but y'all prevented the Packers from making the playoffs.
So close.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Our last hope was on Baker Mayfield beating Seattle, but it's looking up for sure. It's looking up.
Hey, listen, it's always next year, my boy. I'm ready. Hey, schedule them came out too. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I might have to go to London. Me and Snooty, we might have to head over to London for that Jags Falcons. I ain't gonna lie. Just got my passport too. Yeah, so I'm good. I'm ready.
He got his passport just for that.
Jacksonville might be a London team sooner or later.
Hey, listen, I don't give a fuck as long as we win. If we win a Super Bowl, this is what I'm saying. Look at how crazy I am now. Imagine when my teams win. Like I'm gonna be insatiable. Yeah. Like you're not even gonna be able to contain.
Oh yeah, no. Me too.
Same.
I've been
a lot of people
for a long time. You not, bro.
Hey, let the Pistons win the NBA championship.
If the Heat go to the finals, I'm out there to a game, 100%.
Where are you going?
Man, I want to. I want to.
100%. I'm going, bro. I told my girl, I'm going to the game. She's like, we're paying for both of us. I'm like, hell no. That's just like $500 a ticket.
Money, do not.
He said, you got money?
Spend your engagement ring money on Miami Heat tickets.
I said I already bought.
He said it's already purchased, bro. On to the next.
Hey, listen. Listen, I'm with you, my boy. Because when the Jags wedding money. When the Jags made the AFC Championship game, I called my mom. I said, Mom, if we beat New England and go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to Minneapolis. I'm clearing out my savings. So I hope you're ready to get that notification from the bank. All my bread. I'm going to Minneapolis. Okay, I'm gonna sleep in front of the stadium, but I'm going because I don't know when the Jags.
But then you face Tom Brady.
Yeah, man. Again, it was really just.
And you want his jersey.
It was Gus. Okay, we were up 10. 54 seconds left, 2 timeouts, and we kneeled the ball down and go into halftime. That's when we lost the game. That's
it was bad playoff.
And Miles Jack caught that. That was the INT. So I don't care. I'm gonna die on that sword, just like you guys, Cowboys. Dez, it was a catch.
No, Dez caught that. Dez caught that, dude. Come on.
He made a football move.
Dez definitely did, but Calvin caught it the game before.
He did.
Y'all owed us first.
Good time.
I don't appreciate them holding me after.
I did. I was up out my seat. I was like, yeah, it's like we won.
The Cowboys, it really is San Francisco. That's really y'all nemesis. That's who been fucking up the last.
Everybody in the NFC. Everybody in the NFC's nemesis is 49ers. It seems like.
And they're only getting better. It's crazy.
And that's a fact, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, I like to see that you guys are in good spirits, and I hope everything is going well in your lives, and you guys are working hard because I know you guys will be and are doing right now. But real quick, we got to switch gears a little bit, go into something a little serious of a matter because NBA rising superstar John Morant was seen on Instagram Live once again with a gun. And I know it's a serious matter, man, but like I just laugh because it pisses me off. It pisses me off that you're in this situation. You have great moments in your life coming up, and right now you're only 23 years old. He's about to turn 24 soon. You got all this stuff on your plate right now, and that's coming in the future. Nike's giving you a bag. The NBA's giving you a bag. You're a leader of one of the organizations in one of the greatest professional sports organizations. You're leading this team to victories. You're going to playoffs. You're doing all of this, and you're still acting like a child, bro. You're going on IG Live showing people that you got a gun. I know the second time was not him. The first time it was him. He literally had the phone in his hand. The second time it wasn't him, but that's one of your boys. You're surrounded by people that are not looking out for you, man. You're surrounded by people that don't care about your life. Because if not, that guy would have never gone on IG Live. That guy would have said, yo, put your phones down. Give me your phones. Put them in the cup holder. No one's going on their phones right now because my boy has a gun. And this guy has the bag for all of us to make. So mad disappointed in what John Morant's doing right now, man. And it just really irks me, dog, because like I told my girl, dog, I was like, yo, I want this guy to switch places with me, bro. Let me get you a fucking spot on the Memphis Grizzlies. And let me show the people what's up. I don't have your freakish athleticism and your skill to play ball, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna fuck up the opportunity because he's fucking up his opportunity, man. He's throwing it down the drain, and this guy needs to wake up. The people around him need to wake up, put him in his place, bro, and shut that shit down. Sorry, just had to go on a little tantrum.
No, don't apologize. Don't apologize. That had to be said.
1,000%. And I'm right there with you. If I'm gonna be honest with you, my boy, I think you let you go in a little light on Ja. No disrespect to John Morant. I love Ja, but he's a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry to say it so blatant. Like, come on, first off, all right. So this is my thing. I don't understand. You just missed out on an all NBA team, costing yourself about $39 million. You'd lost the Powerade endorsement last year. You would think, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You would think your motivation would be, you know what? Let me get back in the gym. Let me show these motherfuckers that, like, listen, I'm all NBA caliber. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Ja. And the Memphis Grizzlies are in a good spot. Let's be honest. A lot of us said if they had Claxton and they had Adams, they probably could have beat the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, even with Ja's injury and stuff like that. So you think about that, like, you know what I'm saying? You could have beat a team that's probably that, you know, a lot of people are picking to go to NBA finals. Like, you're one of the top tier teams. And bro, you want for like, I don't understand. Aren't you at the position now where you can pay people to carry the gun for you? Like, show them with the gun. Like,
why do you gotta show it off? Why do you gotta show it off at all?
He doesn't have to show it off.
Why?
He doesn't have to. He
I'm
does not have
strapped.
to.
I'm strapped all the time, but you're not gonna. I'm not gonna be fucking. Dude, come on.
It's not.
But what I'm saying, it doesn't make no sense.
Nothing to
we
flaunt.
all can carry. We all can carry.
Yes, nothing.
Like Sauce Gardner said. Sauce Gardner said it best. He tweeted. He was like, "Dude, all of us have guns. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Like, stop showing that shit off, bro."
Yeah, facts. Like, and it's understood. Is what I'm saying. Like, it's like you got to think, like, when you get to that position, it's like bigger than you. Like, imagine like all the other stuff. Now, again, I'm not saying that you got to portray yourself as like a choir boy or whatever, but you can just be Ja and just chill. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just chill. I don't understand why it gotta be, you feel me? Like, we get it. Listen, obviously you're funding everything. You got this, you got that. Like, bro, just chill. Like, imagine like all the things. There's a beautiful daughter. You know, you endorsements probably could have came and approached you about maybe doing something with you and your daughter. Like, you know, like, remember when Steph and Riley, when it was winning finals and stuff like that, like how like marketable that was. Bro, nobody's gonna, you know what I'm saying? You really coursing yourself bread. Like, or for, like, come on now, it don't even make sense. So yeah, I'm sorry, Ja's a fucking idiot. But if I'm be real with you, if I'm the NBA, and this is gonna sound terrible, and I'm not a fan of really punishing punishing players like so harshly, but I ain't gonna lie, because this is what I'm saying. I've been hearing stuff like maybe 20 games or like the first whatever the season. I don't think you're gonna learn. I think you gotta go the full year. If I'm be honest with you, like, go the full year so that he can see, bro, the NBA is still going to continue without, just like Antonio Brown. The NFL didn't stop when Antonio Brown went all his bullshit. Like, you're not bigger than the NFL. Nobody is bigger than the brand. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. It's a business. You feel me? So you have to move accordingly. You're not bigger than the NBA. The NBA is going to go on, continue after they suspend you, after they don't suspend you, after they force you to retire, if you get injured, and like, bro, that shit, it's just sad, bro. It really is sad. And I saw a meme that I thought was hilarious, but it's just so true. It's like, you know, that Indian dude that's looking with a mean mug on his face, and it was like Derrick Rose looking at Ja waist superior athleticism with good knees or something like that. I thought that was hilarious, bro.
For real.
That shit was funny, but still, yeah,
Ja
bro.
has such a good opportunity ahead of him. He's young. He has so much ahead of him. He could really be the face of the NBA someday. You can't be doing this. There's no point. You can have the gun. There's no one saying that you can't have the gun. We live in America. It's obvious that most people have guns. Put it away. There's no reason for it. There's no reason to flaunt the stainless steel. Put it away. Put the 9 away. You wear 12. Come on, everybody wants to see him on the court. It's stupid. I know his PR team looks like that one episode of SpongeBob where everything's on fire and they're running around.
For sure. They're like that GIF where the dog is like, "Oh, I'm fine."
Yeah, exactly.
No,
exactly. Though you're making people sick. You're making people sick. There's no point in this. There's no point.
He need better friends, bro. Like, for real. There's no way.
No, his real name is Clarence.
But what I'm saying is,
change the circle, Ja. Change the circle,
real, man.
It's just not working.
Out with the wrong
it's
people,
just not
bro.
working.
You're hanging out with the wrong people, man. They're not looking for your best interest, bro. You
100%.
You got a bag. This guy, you just signed an extension. Like,
and he's throwing money away. Stuff
fact.
like this is throwing money out a window.
And see, this is another thing why I love LeBron James so much. because not like think about the guy that that was recording. Obviously, he has to be someone of close with Ja, like someone he cares for. I don't know who he is or whatever. He has to be a friend. Why not?
The one on IG Live, the one that had the IG Live,
the one that had the IG.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is, why not put him in a position? Boom. Hey, listen, I got this. Boom, boom. Why don't you learn how to blah 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 run this type of company? Run it. LeBron put his friends in positions, people that he trusts in positions of power. The Rich Paul, the Maverick Carter, like what I'm saying. Put your people so that they can, because then they will understand. You feel me? Like he will understand. Hey, bro, I got a responsibility now. John Morant just gave me whatever, or gave me creative control to do this and that. I can't fuck that up. You feel me? So let me be smarter, as opposed to, oh, hey, we all going to the club with Ja. Again, I'm not saying you can't do that. That's not what I'm saying. I love to have fun. We go to the club all the time and get into some issues. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, it's like, none of us are worth, $215 million. You feel me? So it's just completely different. When you get to a certain level, you have to move different. You got to think different. Like it's
100%.
Just what it is, man.
You got to create opportunities for your friends, not have them take opportunities away from you. It's not how it should work.
And then if you really see the video, like I said, mind you, was literally only a second, but look how fast Buddy put the phone down
because he knew he messed up. Yeah, he knew he messed up.
He knew he folded.
That don't even make sense.
And the
thing all over TV now too. It's not just bro. It's not just circulating socials. It's like on TV. Like I was at the gym and they played the video, and I'm like, this.
Yeah, bro. Listen, when you getting on like CNN and those type of that are not even sports networks, that's when you
MSNBC.
It's an issue.
It was on MSNBC too. Like it's not.
When they're talking about
plastered,
you, like a sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, bro, you know what I'm saying?
They're not talking about him with the
other thing too that I was listening today on First Take, that Stephen A, Swagu, and Kendrick Perkins that we're talking about, with that I actually thought about it, and I'm kind of worried for the kid, is that when people that are actually about that life and they see someone that isn't about that life, like I said, his real name is Clarence. That's the character that John Morant is portraying right now. When people see that he's doing these types of things and trying to show out and trying to act like he's a gangster and all this shit, the actual gangsters are gonna get pissed off and they're gonna try this dude, bro. When they see, and especially in Memphis, bro, you gonna tell me that no one in Memphis is gonna be like, yo, stop being a fucking idiot and stop trying to act like us when you out here, you balling and you getting a paycheck and you're not even hard like that, dude. Like, wake up.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, even if, again, I don't know John Morant, even if he did come from that type of lifestyle, he saw whatever, I got it. What I'm saying is, obviously you worked to get out of that. Like, did you not? Did all the hard work?
The thing is that he doesn't come from that lifestyle. He went to a private school and all this shit.
Hey, whatever it is, all I know is that I know he went to Murray State, and I didn't know nothing about Murray State until John Morant went there. You know what I'm saying? And
started
so think about that.
Boys.
Exactly. You're the number 2 overall pick. I mean, people were actually saying that you could probably, I never said that, but I'm saying, like, talking with Zion, like,
well, Zion wasn't in that draft class, he would have been number 1.
Exactly. So it's just like
easily.
Come on, Ja. You worked that hard for what, bro? Like, to just, squander. And what I'm saying is, like, listen, hey, get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being on IG and stuff like that, like, that's why you gotta respect, like, the greats. Like, again, I was never a fan, but Kobe, like, I respect Kobe. You think Kobe in the offseason, after they just lost, you feel me, was like, no, that man was back in the gym, just, doing this thing. And I understand it. You want to have a life, basketball is, is your job or whatever the case might be. But if you want to get to the level that you want to get to, I'm assuming Ja wants to be the best basketball player, to ever live. I mean, I assume that's anybody's dream when you make it to the NBA. It's not reality, but that's your dream. Why not work at it? Work on your craft. Get your boys. Hey, let's go to the gym, man. Can y'all get my rebounds?
But he could do that. He could do that anyways. Because I know people that literally sleep 4 or 5 hours a day. They get their work done and they're like, yo, once I get my work done, I make sure my responsibility are taken for, and I'm getting this money and I'm getting this knowledge and whatever. After, I want to party, bro. I want to party. And it is what it is. You want to go and party, do your thing, but don't be a fucking idiot and put guns on social media where everybody can see it, and you're supposed to be a role model for kids, bro. I know you don't want to be, but that's what the NBA portrays. NBA is a family event, just like the NFL, NHL, all these professional sports leagues are for families. They're not for a certain demographic or a certain age group or any of this. No, they're for families. Mainly they're for families. So these kids are gonna see what the hell you're doing, and you're gonna promote the violence, basically. Like, dude, just going off now, just switching gears a little bit. Pretend you were the head of his PR group. Ja's getting a year suspension, which I believe that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna get a full year suspension for the second time. Yeah, because it's the second time. It's the second time. Yeah, let's say you're the head of his PR group. What does he need to do to change the image of himself after the second time?
I mean, me honestly,
is it a rinse and repeat? Like, are we gonna do another interview?
No, that's already out the window. Exactly. No one's gonna believe what the hell he's gonna say.
Yeah, facts. Well, I would say first off, he needs to go away for more than a couple days. Because I mean, I remember we heard, Ja's going to a facility down in Florida.
And like on Thursday, and then he got out on Sunday.
And then he was back in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, after a couple days, like, and this is what I'm saying. I don't even think it's like, when people, he has a problem. It's not like he has a drug addiction and he needs to go to rehab. But I'm saying he just needs to really sit down and evaluate like what it is. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think you got to give him a year. You know what I'm saying? If the NBA doesn't do it, then Memphis, got to do it because you're trying to protect your asset. Like, listen, bro, you go away for a year. Let's be honest. Out of sight, out of mind. We've seen that before. Like, you send someone away, the NBA season is going to go on or whatever. Then when you go away for your year or whatever, like I said, you're working on yourself. You're working on your game. You come back and you say, hey, look, taking this year of a reflection, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm Ja Morant. This is me. Feel me? Moving forward, I would try to make. That's really all you can do. There's really nothing you can do because, again, it's not like it's a drug addiction or like alcohol or something like that. This is something that you're allowed to do. I mean, you can flash guns on social media. We all can, but we are all not in Ja Morant's position. When you're different statuses, different levels, you have different responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? So that's essentially what it is because if I'm be honest with you, like it could turn into like a whole, Eric Gordon situation, man. How many times did we hear just year after year, every other year, Eric Gordon, all right, he's back in the NFL now, but drugs, you know what I'm saying? Drug program, this and that. It's just like, bro, some people, maybe they might not never learn, but, that's, I don't know, man. It's sad, man. Sad.
Man, I think Dicky's right. I mean, maybe if it's for a year, I don't know how long he's going to get suspended, but he definitely has to stay off social media. I mean, he's just got to be out of people's eyes and out of sight, out of mind. Like he really just has to, people have to forget that this happened. And the whole pictures and flaunting your daughter in an interview is just it's not going to work this time. It's not going to work. You can't just present yourself as the family man after everything went down and then do it all again. Like, it's like, come on, dude. Everyone around you.
So you lied.
Yeah.
And pretty much changed that whole thing, like in Memphis. Because I mean, if I'm gonna be honest with you, like from Ja with the We're Fine in the West to the Dylan Brooks, like y'all ain't want shit. You feel me? And again, I'm not saying. Listen, I talk too. You talk with the best of them. I talk whether I'm up, whether I'm down, or whatever. But what I'm saying, when you're speaking like that, you got to back it up. You know what I'm saying? And the Grizzlies haven't backed it up. And again, you are the face of the franchise, the leader, or whatever. The team is essentially going to go as you go. If you get in the lab and, get to work and this and that and blah, 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 I feel like the team will follow suit and y'all will be in a better position. You know what I'm saying? Again, the Memphis Grizzlies, I think they're going to be, they're going to be a decent team next year. You feel me? I see them as top 4 in the West. If they, even if they just stand pat right now, before even getting anybody else, I still think they're top 4 in the West. So that means, I mean, you're a contender. You're gonna make the playoff. So, and Ja, probably is gonna miss that. And to tell you the truth, I mean, then that's gonna raise even more questions because now look, if let's say the team does great without him, you know what I'm saying? Now he's gonna come back. Is he gonna ruin that type of chemistry? Who's gonna be that breakout star in his absence? Is Bane gonna take that next step? Like it's just so many questions that you're bringing into the fold that we never had before. Now it's probably gonna come about if you do miss a year. You feel me? Because and then also too, I'm saying now it's almost like let's say he misses the year and they do terrible, like they're in the lottery or something. It's almost like, damn, it's like they almost like need him, so they're gonna have to kind of put up with, whatever type of behavior or whatever, which sucks. So it's just like, bro, I don't know, it's just not a good situation in Memphis. I wouldn't want to be in that Memphis, front office right now. That shit is, you got a lot of decisions to make for real. You really do. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, his max contract doesn't kick in until next year, right? This year that's coming up.
I'm not sure.
I think so. I think it is. So, but dang,
it's wild.
That's crazy, bro.
Wild. I mean, hopefully he gets his act together, man. And like we were saying earlier, he could be one of the superstars in the upcoming future, like even in the near future too. So hopefully he gets his stuff together, man, and he snaps out of it. But I would say for him to improve his image, he needs to cut ties with a lot of people in his inner circle because they're not giving him the right amount of the good amount of publicity that he's supposed to get. Like he's just getting bad publicity. Before, like you said, Dicky, before it was all about, oh, he's a family man, he has a nice daughter, this and that. Like, like he was portrayed as that, even though he would talk smack on the court, but whatever, it's basketball. Yeah, he talks smack on the court, anybody does. But now, after this first situation with the gun, everybody's like questioning, oh, how is he really? Is he a problem to society? Is he a problem to his people around him? Is he a problem to his team? And comes out with the apology, everybody, all right, we accept the apology, he came out, all right, cool, we'll move on. Now the second time, now he goes to apologize again. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, you're full of shit. Shut the hell up. Exactly. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. So you know what? We're gonna actually give you a longer suspension, and now we're really gonna hurt your pockets because I believe Nike is gonna pull out of that deal of what they gave him and stuff. Nike's not gonna try to be behind that, bro. Come on, man. You think Nike's gonna want to be behind gun violence and shit? Obviously, he's not shooting out the gun or anything. He's just showing it, but still, like. Just showing the gun is enough, bro. Like just showing it. This is like
listen, man. That shit. Wow. That shit's sad, man.
Aggravating. Aggravating.
Super aggravating, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No,
the best apology. I was gonna say the best apology is change behavior.
Yeah, facts. No, and if I was his boy, bro, I would I'll tell him a bunch of shit.
Bro. Bro. You listen, bro. We've all had, sometimes you gotta tell your homeboy, like, bro, you fucking up, man.
Yeah, like, facts. If you don't tell your homeboy that when or your homegirl, your homeboy, whatever, if you don't tell you're not a good friend. You're not a good friend. If you're not looking out for their best interests, you are not a good friend, bro. So that guy that put it on IG Live, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, not a good friend at all. But again, it just goes to show, because what I'm saying is Ja Morant sees him on live. Like, he sees him on live. What I'm saying, I just don't understand the mental, because you see Ja Morant first. He didn't have nothing in his hand. It looks like the gun was maybe at his feet, like under the seat. So I mean, you gotta reach to grab. Like,
no, he did it on purpose, and then he brought it up here because he was like this.
Yeah, it's all intentional, bro. Come on now, come on, bro. It made no sense, bro. No sense. Smart. I don't get it.
You got not smart.
Yeah.
Quit squandering opportunities. Like that's all I'm.
I was gonna say, if you got a little more to say, because if not, we'll move on.
Nah, he's just don't squander your opportunities, man. I mean, Derrick Rose is sick watching you, man. Throw this away, because
I love Derrick Rose.
I mean, we everyone wants to see you on the court, man. Quit fooling around.
I love Ja Morant.
I'm done.
I love Ja Morant.
As a basketball player, me too.
Watching Ja play is
fire.
Dude, it's incredible. No one gets up like that.
Imagine if he could get a consistent perimeter shot, especially from three, like to actually be able to shoot.
He has the opportunity to be the face
of this league. That's a fact. Like if he could shoot like 35% from the three, oh my God, he would be so deadly. Like just even
like how do you cover him?
Exactly, because then that just opens up his ability to drive and penetrate the lane. Like, bro, it's just man. Give me that athleticism, bro.
That ass. Ooh, what?
A lot of people would kill to be in his position. He's just throwing. I know obviously he's worked so hard to be where he is. I'm not saying that. Yeah. But there's obviously talent involved, and there's a lot of people who would want to be in your position, and you're just. And again, you're doing stupid stuff.
We're not saying that you can't do it. You just got to move a little smarter. That's it. Just move a little smarter, and you have the means to do it.
Just don't show it. Yeah, like come on.
You have the means. Just don't show it. Like,
he has to be an attention seeker. He has to.
Probably.
I mean, the first time he recorded it, I don't know what type of.
And then the second time,
he was looking for. Yeah, and he knew he was on live, and then brought it out. Like, you're probably right, George. Because like, why else? What are you doing? Like, you just want to be on people's TVs because you lost? Like, I don't. Come on, dude. You about to be out a whole NBA season because of this.
No, you're gonna be out of a Nike deal, bro. I promise you, that's what's coming next, bro.
Definitely could.
Yeah, bro.
They're plastering him and the Nike sign like on CNN, on NBC. Like, come on, dude.
No, and those are not the only things too. I heard that
there's so many endorsements that
he beat up a 17-year-old kid too while they were playing ball or something like that.
Yep.
And then he they pointed
rug.
Lasers at the Indiana Pacers staff when they went to go play him or something like that. So it's like multiple occasions going on.
Yeah,
I don't know. He might get kicked out of the league.
He could. He definitely could. He definitely could because he hasn't learned. He hasn't learned.
I feel you, and I get
stuff keeps happening.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, we've seen other players get chances and stuff after. I mean, Lamar Odom was smoking crack.
So, but that was
it wasn't recorded.
You're right.
If it wasn't on camera, this man John Morant is in 4K. Rich, he's in 4K twice. Damn.
And on live. Because remember, you could record shit and edit it. You know how we do with this podcast and shit. That shit was on live.
All right. Well, if anybody see John Morant in the IG live, they automatically screen recording because they know what they can do with that.
Any athlete, any celebrity, they're screen recording
100%. 100%.
Nigga,
we are nobody, and I feel like I get screen recorded and shit.
That was the funniest shit nigga ever said. Nigga said was smoking, but it wasn't recorded though.
It wasn't on camera.
All right, let's move on. Because right now the NBA playoffs are moving on, baby. Yeah. We got the Denver Nuggets that they beat the Phoenix Suns in 6 games, advancing to the Western Conference Finals. Boom. They will face the Los Angeles Lakers, who beat the Golden State Warriors in 6 games as well. They will be in the conference finals. It will be the Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. On the East side, we just got our finals yesterday, our final team set, which is the Boston Celtics beating the Philadelphia 76ers in 7 games to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they will be going against the Miami Heat, who beat the New York Knicks in 6 games. So the East Finals is Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics for the second year in a row and for the 3rd time in the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. So we'll bounce around here, whatever. We don't have to go in any order. But right now, let's talk about that Game 7 between Boston versus Philly. Nick, I'm going to start with you. Were you surprised on how that game unfolded?
Yes, I was surprised, but I think Philly messed up when they let it go to Game 7. Doc Rivers has issues in Game 7. I was a big fan of that Lob City team and watched them lose a few Game 7s. And Doc Rivers is behind yet another Game 7 that he shouldn't have lost, another 3-1 lead that he shouldn't have lost. And am I surprised? Yes, but not because they won in Game 7. that wasn't as surprising. I'm surprised that they didn't win in 6. You got to close them out. Get rid of them. You're in Philly.
At the crib.
You're at the crib. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. That's when Harden's supposed to step up. That's when Embiid's supposed to step up. And now Embiid's blaming the rest of the squad?
Yikes.
On.
That was a bad leadership move right there.
Bad leadership, dude.
And guys, if you don't know what the hell he's talking about, Embiid after Game 7 when they lost to the Boston Celtics yesterday afternoon, well, last night we'll say because it's 6:30, yesterday evening, he said that me and James Harden can't do it by ourselves, that we need the rest of the team to step up and blah, 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 blah. But that was the basis of it. And like Nick is saying, I agree, and you can keep going, Nick, but dumbass move.
You're going to say that in Game 7. Listen. Shouldn't have lost Game 6. We'll go past that. You're in Game 7 now. You live with what you dealt with. You sleep in the bed you made. You're in Game 7, and you put up 15 points. You won an MVP, Joel Embiid. You put up 15 points, 5 for 18, below 30% from the field. James Harden, I'm not letting you get away neither. 3 for 11, 9 points. What are you doing? Tatum out here looked like 96 Jordan, 51 points on 61% shooting. Come on, Joel. You're the MVP. I've wanted you to be MVP last year. You finally got it. I want to see you succeed. And you fold. And then you blame the other guys around you. Dude.
And at halftime, it was only a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, and they got
scored 10
in the
points
third quarter.
In the third quarter. The turd.
What the hell did you do in the locker room? Like, give up? Like, dang, they're up 3. I'm done with this game. Let's see if Tobias Harris can win it. Come on, Joel.
No. You know, I know exactly what happened. I'm a motherfucking genie, bro. I'm a motherfucking genie. I know exactly what happened. Boston Celtics coach Mazzulla did adjustments at halftime, and Doc Rivers did not do shit because he never does. Never.
It's sickening. All these coaches getting fired. Doc, you should be on the hot seat. Really? Come on.
No, man. He better get fired, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I never want to say
everybody that got fired. Budenholzer, Monty Williams, Doc, you've ruined a lot of good teams.
And I never want to see anybody lose.
And then
my bad, but
he said, "No, you're good." Doc said that Clippers team would have never won the finals. What? Come on, dude. Now you just make an excuse. What are you gonna say about this team now? What are you gonna say? You didn't have an MVP. You didn't have James Harden, who was hooping. I'm sick. Tired of this.
Well,
go ahead.
If you ask, fact.
I'm done.
If you ask me if
I'm done.
I was surprised.
Breathe.
Was surprised the way Philly just laid down and completely quit. In the third quarter, you can just tell. At the end of the day, what you can fake a lot of stuff. You can't fake effort and body language, and it was just off. You can, bro. My thing. This is what I'm not
go off, Rich.
Right?
Go off, Rich.
Yeah,
let's go.
Because I don't want to. What I'm saying, I don't want to pile on and stuff. I get it, Joe. Let's be honest. Philly has had some bad breaks. You feel me? And mostly obviously with that Toronto shot and Kawhi. But at the end of the day, why were you in that position? Philly, again, Joel Embiid is 0-5 in the second round. Never even been to a conference finals. A lot like with CP3. Remember, until CP3 went to Houston, he had never been to the conference finals.
Same coach.
So we get it. Yeah. So we get it. We understand things happen. The league is great or whatever. What Jason Tatum did is what James Harden or Joel Embiid should have done. Should have said, you know what? This is crunch time. Fuck that. Let me get in my bag. You feel
Tatum's
me?
younger.
And I get it. And
Tatum's younger. It went straight to his bag.
I understand. I'm not a professional athlete, high level athlete. I don't know what it takes to get to that level, but you are. Okay, you just won an MVP. James Harden scored 45 points, and it's at the end. Don't you I can't let James Harden off the hook because
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Single year, bro, we see the exceptional regular season.
9 points. 9 points. Game 7. 9 points.
did not break
disrespect,
double digits.
Even though I think he's a little bit higher. But you know what James Harden essentially is? He's like the Peyton Manning of the NBA, essentially. Like, obviously Peyton Manning has a championship. Hold on. No. Hold on.
Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
I'm gonna just
explain yourself.
I'm gonna end the Zoom right now.
Yes, don't end the Zoom.
Hold on, I need an explanation. I gotta know where he's going with this.
What I mean is incredible regular. James Harden just led the NBA in assists. Again, that's a great feat. Think about how many people. Great. What I'm saying, exceptional regular season. James Harden finished MVP like second, like 4 times. He has a regular season MVP, scoring titles. All of this good stuff led the league in steals. All of this great stuff during the postseason. The regular season. When the postseason comes, you are supposed to elevate your game. Like, if you're at a 9, you're supposed to be at 9.5, 10. Just like Jimmy Butler. Perfect example. Jimmy Butler, let's be honest, a decent regular season player. I love Jimmy and stuff, but in the playoffs, he steps it the fuck up. That's what you're supposed to do as a great player. Mm-hmm. When the stakes get higher, when it's more pressure, you're supposed to rise. And James Harden, we see it every year. They had a 3-2 lead over the KD Warriors. Now, granted, I understand Chris Paul got hurt in that game 5, but you missed 27 wide open 3-point. Like, what I'm saying is that there comes a time in a game, right? We've all played basketball when you say, bro, fuck that, man. We gotta get shit going, this and that. You feel me?
Well,
and you take the ball and you go in your hand. Exactly.
No, you gotta demand the ball. Give me the fucking ball. Give me the ball.
What has to happen?
Especially when you
LeBron game 6 in Boston.
When you want the type of money that James Harden either wants, and I get it. James Harden did swallow a lot of humble pie and took that pay cut to stay in Philly, and I get it. So now it's like it was null and void. You could have went to a non-contender team and got your max money if you was going to play like that. I thought the purpose of James Harden wanting out of Brooklyn, getting to Philly, was because he wanted to start content. He's at a point, let's be honest, he's closer to the end than he is the beginning. So he's 100%. At a phase in his career now where it's about winning championships. James Harden's checked every other single box. You're a top 75 player, former MVP. This and that, all NBA, We got it. Where's your jewelry? And again, I don't want to make it, because I do kind of agree with Damian Lillard a little bit about the whole ring culture and how it's kind of like taking over a lot. But at the end of the game, that's why you play the game. You don't play to finish the season in fucking, in April, when the season to go to Cancun in April. No, you want to go to Cancun in June after you have the Larry O'Brien trophy next to you. That's the purpose of it.
What do you think fans watch?
Exactly.
It's like we're not watching you to just go crazy in the regular season.
Doc Rivers, I can't let Doc Rivers off the hook too. Listen, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Except for Ray Allen, bro. No, I'm talking about except for Ray Allen. Everybody from that fucking Boston team, bro, still living off that fucking 08 championship. And I got it. You won in 08. You want to know it was close in 2010. You won in 08. But what I'm saying is, like, bro, Doc made the top 15 coaches of all time list, and look at his postseason success.
Look at the teams he's coached too.
Besides that little 3-year span in Boston, I mean, show me another great coaching sequence. That's why I was having a conversation with G Money, and I was talking about Eric Spoelstra, and I was talking to G Money about him being a top coach in the NBA, and G Money was like, well, you got Steve Kerr, you got this, you got that, and I was thinking, like, to me, I think Eric Spoelstra stepped up his level of coaching post LeBron, because obviously people are gonna say
the defending schemes.
Exactly.
Post LeBron,
years,
my goodness.
You have LeBron.
He has done nothing but improved. I completely agree.
LeBron, Eric Spoelstra has showed you nothing but, greatness and his ability to adapt. And that comes, to me, in my opinion, directly from Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? Eric Spoelstra is literally an extension of Pat Riley, in my opinion. Look at how Pat coached those early 2000s Miami team, and look at how Spo coaches as well. It's literally, it's like the same thing, essentially. So I get exposure, like, and coaching is so important. And I'm just sorry, Doc. I love Doc Rivers to death. You know, if anything ever happens,
I didn't hate him. I never did. Never disliked him.
What is it, to the guy that does Cookie Monster? Him or Matumbo could do Cookie Monster. You feel me? I love Doc, but Doc, bro, you listen. You gotta take some couple bit. Hey, look, I fucked up.
Yes, and, please take some accountability.
And I'll be honest with you. If Doc was to get let go, I wouldn't be upset. Do I think he'll get another job?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Doc can get another job.
Not with everybody else going.
But if I'm be honest with you, in my opinion, I just don't know if the days of Doc being a championship level coach are, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it anymore. Like I said, I still think he's just living off that 08, you know, and you have great players. And even when you have great players, don't get me wrong, it's still hard.
They had a great roster and only won one.
It is still hard to coach when you do have great players. So I don't want to take anything away from past coaches that we've seen that had great players. But it's just like, bro, come on. Like, now, let me see, bro. Come on now. No disrespect to Joe Mazzulla, but he's a baby compared to Doc. You know what I'm saying? He's a baby.
Oh, and he was an interim, too. He was an interim coach.
And you letting this man out coach you, bro. I can't. I don't know what else to say. Listen, Embiid, blame. Harden, blame. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, I can't do. Now, I also do got to give a tad bit of blame to Tobias Harris as well. Tobias Harris is a max player. And when you're a max player, I expect a certain level of, you know, sustainability from you. You know, had a decent regular season, but I need to see a little bit more. You feel me? But I can't put a lot on Tobias Harris. You know, we know what he can do, but he gets a little bit. So Embiid, Harden.
That was just a fold. Doc, like,
dude.
That was just a
Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler? Come on, dude. Come on.
Listen, hey, I just want to say, Maxey, you good, my boy. Listen, keep doing your
thing.
Keep
balling.
No, they need to keep him. They better not trade him, bro. That kid's gonna be the freaking success of that team.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you,
trade
bro.
him to Detroit. Detroit will.
Listen, I'm being so.
Detroit gonna throw him down the gutter.
Listen, I'm being.
He could get some buckets though.
Listen, I think Doc is out. Harden's out. And I think Daryl Morey will probably leave as well. But if I'm the Philly organization, I'm looking at packages to try. I want Maxey to be my guard. You feel me? I want Maxey to be my point guard. You feel me? And they need a big, you know, wing, like a big wing defender, you know, if I'm be honest with you.
Tuck didn't play bad. PJ Tucker did not play bad.
No. Listen, Tuck is, bro, this nigga, I've seen this nigga hustle. This nigga has 0 points, but he's out there hustling. He does what he does.
He was their best player in Game 7.
I'm not going to say nothing bad.
He was their best player in Game 7.
He brings championship DNA, you know, to that.
Say it again.
So
say that
I'm not going to say anything. Anywhere Tuck goes, good things usually happen. Shit, if I'm Miami, I might want to bring Tuck back. I love Tuck, man.
I like Tuck in Miami. But I like Tuck in Miami.
What I was gonna say was, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Philly, I don't think Boston would do it. But you know, maybe try to see if you could do something to get Jaylen Brown. You know, you send Harden and maybe something else or whatever. Try to get Jaylen Brown. Maybe talk to the Warriors. Maybe try to get Wiggs or something. But you need a big wing because you got your guard, you got your big man. You need a big win that can score and that can also defend.
That's supposed to be Tobias. That's supposed to be Tobias.
But it's not. It's
not. Let's be honest. It's not.
We knew what it was supposed to be. We knew what it was supposed to be.
The only thing Tobias is doing is fucking hitting on my prize picks for half a fucking free throw. Okay? You've been hitting the last couple games. That's it. That's all he's fucking doing. So, yeah, I think they need a big wing. Try to, you know, make something happen this offseason. But yeah, bro, that Philly, if I'm be honest with you, I think the whole you know, obviously the process is Joel Embiid, but this phase of Philly, I think is done. Harden's out of there. Morey, I think if Harden's gone, Morey's gone. Doc, I think, is definitely gone. So
yeah. So I love when you guys come on the pod because you guys take a lot of things that I'm gonna say and just say it, so I don't have to fucking say it. But two things that I'm gonna mention just to give a little praise to Boston because, like I said, you guys said everything for Philly. I don't need to say anything about anything else about Philly because I'm gonna say the same thing you just said. But two things from Boston that I loved, and then one of them goes to the negative side of Philly. But one, Al Horford was playing like a fucking dog in Game 7, stopping Embiid left and right, 3 blocks, grabbing 10 boards. This guy's a dinosaur. He's like 37 years old, and he's out there playing younger than you guys. Younger than you guys, showing you guys out in a Game 7. That's when maturity comes, bro. That's when experience comes.
That's a fact.
Because they don't know about that. Yes, bro.
Horford
He's trying to win. Bro. He's trying to get it, bro. And shout out to him for stopping Embiid for as much as he can. Embiid only had 15 points. 15.
Al Horford wants it. I feel like
shout out to Marcus Smart too. Shout out to Marcus Smart too. I gave Marcus Smart a lot of shit about not really being a quintessential point guard last year, but in my opinion,
he stepped up a lot.
He stepped up, and he realized that Brogdon didn't have it in Game 7. Malcolm Brogdon he did not have a good game Game 7, and Marcus Smart realized that, and he really kind of elevated his game and kind of stepped up. And to me, I think again that all comes from if I'm Marcus Smart and I'm looking at JT not really have the hottest start, but he starts getting it going. I'm like, damn. Nigga, I want to start getting my shit going. You feel me? And again, it's about affecting the game in other ways. You know what I'm saying? That's why I talk so much about PJ Tucker. Of course, he's not a scorer. I don't expect PJ to give me 35. What I expect him to do is to play hard, grab rebounds, and play hellacious defense. And that's what he does. You feel me? So again, shouts out to Boston, like G Money said, man. Listen, Boston, they just wanted it, man.
No. Shout out to Boston. Fuck Boston. I'm talking about Al Horford. And then I was gonna say,
oh, sorry, my bad. Al Horford.
And then I was gonna say,
G-Money's like, I will never do that.
No, hell, my bad. But shout out, dead ass though. Shout out to Jason Tatum, because after having a horrible Game 6. In the first 3 quarters, I know in the fourth quarter he did his thing. He dropped like 14 points or 16 points. Yeah. He did his thing to help bring that win, because they were gonna lose. They're on the brink of losing. Philly was gonna move on to play the Miami Heat. He comes out the fourth quarter and he shows out with that mama mentality. And then Game 7, from the get-go to the end of the game, bringing all that firepower that Boston needed him to bring, and especially in the third quarter, coming out in the second half and just shutting the lights out on Philly, dropping 51 points with that Mamba mentality, bro. Shout out to him, because I was saying before, I think Jaylen Brown's the guy there, bro. I don't think Jason Tatum's the guy there. But then,
he heard the noise.
Games like this, he's like, bro, I got to remind everybody who I am. And he did, bro. He came out, showed everybody what's up. Like I said, 51 points to close out the Sixers to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Miami Heat, bro. That was a great performance by him.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree.
Sixers should have capitalized on Game 6. JT wasn't having the game that he was supposed to till the end, and they let him.
They let him come back too.
They let him. That's what I'm saying. 8. They let him. It was all came down to effort.
But what I'm saying is, and that's another thing with Doc. Like Doc has been in so many series and positions. You should know as a coach. Mind you, again, we talk about body language. Remember when JT hit that first 3, right? Yep. And then he came down,
ahead, bro.
And then he checked another one and saw it go in. And he's like, oh yeah, like that's as a
time out.
But he didn't.
Hey, timeout.
He let it keep going.
Hey, listen. Do
let me get a job, man. Let me get a job as a coach, man.
Deny Jason Tatum the ball right now, because he got that look in his eye. And again, it's just those type of players. You feel me? That he got that. Listen, double him, triple him. Again, if Jaylen Brown, well, not Jaylen Brown, but if Marcus Smart beat me, like you said, Al Horford, whatever, I will take that. But I know this guy and what he's capable of. This man is in his 6th Eastern Conference Finals. Like JT been here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or 7. Damn. JT.
No, 6. You're right.
Yeah, it's JT 6. Been here. You feel me? So it's just like, bro.
He's had 7 Game 7s though. He's 6-1. The only loss has been to LeBron.
That's crazy.
So the Boston Celtics. Go ahead before we move on.
Oh no! I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna segue to the.
Yeah. So the Boston Celtics will face the Miami Heat in the conference finals. Like I mentioned before, the Heat beat the Knicks in 6 games. Left this motherfucker dangling, motherfucker.
Damn!
Where you at, Julius?
He was quick with this shirt. God gosh, dog, that series just ended.
Shout out to my sister. Shout out to my sister for that shirt, boy. Shout out to my sister.
That is funny as hell.
My boy was ready. I didn't see that the entire time, bro.
Boston will have.
That was your favorite part of the show.
Yeah. Boston will have home court advantage against the Heat in this Eastern Conference Finals. Back-to-back conference finals that the Heat and Boston will face each other. Third time in the last 4 years, like I mentioned before. Predictions. Let me hear your predictions. Dicky, I'll start with you first, buddy.
All right. So, first and foremost, I'm going to go out the gate. I got the Miami Heat winning this series in 7 games. And I think it's going to be an exceptional series, if I'm being honest. Very low scoring. And I'm going to tell you why. Because in this series, what I think is going to happen is, I don't think Jimmy, you're going to get those crazy high scoring outages from Jimmy. Reason being is because a lot of his energy is going to be distributed on the defensive side of the ball. I think Jimmy Butler is the type of nigga that says, I want number 0. And Jimmy will take that assignment.
No, you don't think.
I know.
You know.
Oh,
come
no,
on.
know,
you don't
exactly.
think 22 is strapped up on that
exactly.
end. You know.
Jimmy Butler is going to take that assignment. So I think it's really going to come down to a lot of those auxiliary pieces with the Miami Heat, the Struces, the Caleb Martins, Vincent is, I think, really going to have to kind of step up and stuff like that. I think Kyle Lowry will kind of back him up as well. So it's really about those other pieces with Miami. And I think, again, Eric Spoelstra, he's the type of person to say, listen, we're going to try to let those other guys beat me. This guy is not going to beat us. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really going to be a really back and forth battle. I'm telling you, I think the Heat, they're going to have to win ugly. But I think a win is a win at the end of the day. And I see, very competitive series, very back and forth. So like I said, and I just think the Heat will overcome it in Game 7 because of that Heat culture, that pride. And again, I also think in this series, Joe Mazzulla will probably make another rookie mistake that might cost him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just what I'm thinking because Eric Spoelstra, he's like the chess master. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to play games. There's going to be adjustments made, not like Doc Rivers. There will be adjustments made in this series. And, we'll see. I'm excited. And you know what's so funny? On this very same podcast, you feel me? G Money and I, we kind of all, well, I don't know if Nick said it, but I know he and G Money said it, Nick, that the Heat could possibly beat the Boston Celtics in round 1 if the Heat were to win that first playing game against Atlanta. But now you got them in the conference finals. You feel me? So, I ain't gonna lie.
It was meant to be.
As a Heat fan, I don't think you could ask for anything better, man. In my honest opinion.
Bro, honestly, if you ask a true Heat fan on what we thought we were going to go this year, I had Heat fans telling me on Twitter that they were like, yo, lose the play-in, let's get these draft picks. I was like, fuck the draft picks. Fuck them. Fuck the draft picks, motherfuckers. I
saw that.
Because goddamn,
on Twitter.
You saw that, right?
He was pissed. Yeah,
I was like, what do you mean,
who said that?
bro?
Who said that for real?
Bro, he's like, they were telling me, they're like, oh, just because we're not true Heat fans doesn't mean that we don't want to win, but we just got to be smart, this and that. I'm like, no, bro, we don't lay down for nobody. That's the mentality. We don't have that. We don't have that mentality, bro.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't ever in sports, to be honest, ever.
Bro. No.
And
we're not gonna just lay down.
The Detroit Pistons.
Come on, bro.
My bad. I'm sorry. That's my team, bro. That's my squad.
I know,
he's
bro.
praying. Victor.
I mean,
and that lottery is tomorrow.
Yeah,
the lottery is tomorrow. There's so much riding on that. Is it Brandon Miller or Wembanyama? We'll see.
But yeah, the Heat fans were telling me on Twitter, man, and I'm just like, bro, man, we fight, bro. We fight no matter what, man. Like, I don't care who we're facing first round. We're going out there and we're throwing haymakers. I don't care. We're taking haymakers too, and we're gonna get back up. Forget that, man. And we take out the Bucks. Me personally, I'll be honest with you, I did not think we are gonna beat the Bucks. But once Giannis went down, I was like, damn, we have a chance. There's a chance.
There's a chance. I thought the same thing.
Once I seen Jimmy, Big Dick Butler, got that dog in him. You feel me? Once I saw that, you have to cut that out. But once I seen that, once I seen Jimmy, Jimmy had that. I seen that dog in Jimmy. And it's crazy. I shouldn't be surprised. I've seen this before. You feel me? I've seen this before. And, so funny, people was talking about, how the bubble wasn't real basketball and it didn't count and shit like that. The same 4 teams that were in those conference finals then are in the conference finals now.
I'm
just like, bro, yeah,
I knew that
fluke,
wasn't no
bro.
fluke.
You remember
I'm not even a big. Yeah.
I did a whole commentary on that, Dicky. The first, you know, whose class was it?
That was early. That was Mac, wasn't it?
Mac's class. You know Mac's class.
It was.
Your first presentation in the studio. It's like a commentary for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That was my commentary. Like a fluke, Miami Heat. The fluke. Okay, we'll see.
He said fluke team. What?
Not
Come on, man.
That shit was funny.
No, that was not no fluke. I'm not a big Lakers fan. I'm not a huge LeBron fan. I respect him like crazy. He's done crazy stuff on the basketball court. But if you watched, you knew that was basketball. I mean,
come on, man. Come on. Dude.
As simple as that. I mean, there was no crowd.
That's more focus. It was more focus. More focus than anything else.
The momentum swings were different without the crowd. I'll give you that. But to say it's not real basketball is crazy. And I know there's been a lot of changes to the teams that are in the conference finals now, but the core is there. The core is there for all the teams. So
that is true.
Get that mess out of there. Whoever's still complying with that argument and still think it's a fluke, your opinion's not.
So they're just a casual fan.
Yeah.
Very casual.
So who you got?
I don't care. I got Miami in 6. I agreed with a lot of what y'all said, but I don't think Spo and the Miami Heat are going to let it go to Game 7. They're going to make the smart decision and not go to the Garden. Let's not do that.
It's going to be tough.
Let's not do that. Let's end it in 6. Let's end it in 6. Yeah. And I think they're going to do it. I got faith in Jimmy Buckets. I think that man is going to strap up on the defensive end. And I agree. I don't think he's going to pop off for like 50 because they're going to expect too much on the other end. And that's what's going to be the key to winning the game is on the other end. It's on that second way. He going to get his buckets. Believe that. He's going to get his buckets. Believe that.
Yeah, facts,
but I want to see an aggressive Bam on offense. And I want to see Jimmy lock up the best player. That's what I want to see. And I think they'll get it done in 6. If they go to Game 7, I got Boston. But to be honest, but I think
flop, Nick.
Yes, because it's
the home court advantage.
It's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough, bro. Boston Game 7. That crowd is gross. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think Miami can win.
I think Miami. Game 7. I'm not saying they can't. Like, they have a good enough team too, but I think it's more likely that Boston wins if they go to Game 7.
Okay.
I think Miami will want to end it in 6, so that doesn't even happen.
No, facts. 100%.
That's what I
Miami
think.
wants to end it in 4.
Spo's not going to be thinking the same way Doc is. We got 3 wins. Who cares if y'all got 3? Y'all need 4. Y'all need 4 wins. I don't care about winning 3. Doc Rivers. 3 wins don't matter. 4. Yeah. So that's why I think Spo and the Heat in 6.
I got Heat. I got Heat in 7. I feel like it's gonna be deja vu to last year. I think it's gonna come down to a last second shot once again. Obviously, it's gonna be different environment because they're gonna be playing in the Garden. It'll probably be someone else taking the last second shot instead of Jimmy taking the last second shot. But I think it's gonna be deja vu in that kind of scenario that it's gonna come down to the last second shot. Game 7, either Boston or Miami can take it. Both teams are heavily on defense, grit and grind. They're gonna come out on offense.
It's gonna be gritty.
Yeah. They're gonna come out on offense, firing on all cylinders too. Just for each team, just to break it down a little bit. For Boston, all they gotta do is just keep trusting each other in the way that they're playing. Because when they play and they trust each other, they're so heavily depth that I think their bench can be starters for another team. So when they come together and they actually play, moving the ball, not worry about doing one-on-one so much, they can come out and win. And the same thing goes for the Heat. The only thing I will add, just like Nick said, we need an aggressive Bam on offense. On defense, 100%. We're not worried about that. But on offense, we need to be aggressive with him because he's going to have Horford covering him, the fucking dinosaur, but sometimes he could play young. And then you're going to have the other Twin Tower there Robert Williams that he's super athletic and he could get in Bam's face a lot. That's the number
not
one
only
thing.
that, but that an aggressive Bam will open up your shooters. Have Love at the perimeter. You got Martin at the perimeter, Vincent at the perimeter. That'll open up good shots for those guys because we all know Jimmy, I don't want to say can score at will against Boston, but he can score. And then if Bam is aggressive down low, that's going to make the perimeter way more open if he's playing well and aggressive down low.
And the thing that we didn't have last year, the thing that we didn't have last year is the way that Kyle Lowry is playing right now. This man comes out playing the same way that he's playing before. Bro, these last 2 series, bro, this guy is going to help us get to that next level of the NBA Finals because he's going to come off the bench, be the spark that we need on offense. He's going to be hitting those threes. He's going to be he's going to be the playmaker on the floor, be running up the floor, up and down on defensive end too. If he comes out playing the same way he's been playing the last 2 series, Kyle Lowry is going to be our savior to get us to the NBA Finals. 100%.
That's fact. That's fact. You was spitting right there. You was spitting right there. Yeah, because I mean, he looked lost last year in that series.
Yeah,
he looked lost, but he looks dialed in right now. Hopefully, that goes into the next series.
I was also going to say another thing that I think that you have this year that you didn't necessarily have last year is a confident Duncan Robinson. I mean, listen, I got to give credit where credit was due. I thought Duncan Robinson was in the doghouse for real. And he didn't let it shake his confidence, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Kind of like what Lonnie Walker did for the Lakers. Like Duncan Robinson, he comes in and he shoots it with confidence, you know, that's all that you can ask for. And like I said, to me, I think that just inspires everybody. Struth, you know what I'm saying, Martin, Vincent as well. Like, you know, these are names that, unless you're a Miami Heat fan, these are not household names. And I've loved the way that they've stepped up in Tyler Hero's absence. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really the true essence of Heat culture. When you talk about like next man up, like, listen, this nigga can do, I mean, obviously he's not Tyler Hero, but what I'm saying is that you're not gonna, you know, try to discount him. He's gonna shoot it with the same confidence with this and with that. And like I said, that K-Love pickup I thought was really crucial for y'all. I didn't think, if I'm being honest, I thought K-Love was on his last legs, and he's proven me wrong that he can actually be a valuable part. Exception, still a great rebounder. He always been since his Minnesota
rebounder, outlet passes, 3-point shooting.
Exactly, 3-point shooting. And listen, it's gonna be the battle of the old 42s, Horford and fucking Kevin Love.
Yeah, literally.
That's facts. That's facts.
Hey, what's that? Remember in 2015 when we were fucking battling 10 years ago, bro? That shit's funny.
Oh man.
Yeah. But so that first game will be on Wednesday, probably at 7:30, if not 8:30, either on ESPN or TNT. It's gonna be a dope game to watch. But tomorrow we got the first game of the Western Conference Finals, which will be the Los Angeles Lakers against the Denver Nuggets for the second time in the last 4 years. Yeah, because it was in the bubble. Like Dicky said, Dicky said, in the bubble, it was Lakers against Nuggets, Heat against Celtics. Run that shit back again. Lakers, Nuggets, Nick, who you got?
In the series, I got Lakers in 7. Game 1, I got Denver winning.
In game 1, you got Denver winning and Lakers
in 7.
Why do you think Lakers in 7?
It's close, but like I really could see it going either way. But the way this Lakers team is playing, you don't know who's gonna be scoring the most points. That's the thing that I think is the biggest difference, is like their role players are playing out of their minds. Lonnie Walker is balling. Hachimura, every minute he has played is important. Can they do it again? It'll be tough. But I think they can. I mean, they were hooping against Memphis. They were hooping against the defending champs. They've been hooping, and it's been a different dude every night. When AD hasn't really been there on the offensive end because he's been a little inconsistent on the offensive end, he's been there on the defensive end every single night. But sometimes on offense, he's looked a little sluggish, not as aggressive, and that could be just because he's overcompensating for the defensive end. And that's when their role players have stepped up. The Lakers role players have been playing very good basketball, and I think it will continue. But on the other end, Denver's role players have been playing really good basketball too. So I do think it's going to be really close, but I think AD's defense is going to be the difference, because this entire playoffs, even Jaren Jackson players have been hesitant to go up with AD. And with good reason, because he has already more blocks than he did the entire finals run that he had in 2020 when they won the finals. He already has more blocks. He's been playing insane defense down low, and he has actually been a problem, and people are accounting for him being in the paint. So that's why I think Lakers will win in 7. But it's going to be close because obviously Jokic, 2-time MVP, he has been hooping, has already a 50 ball in a very important game. And Jokic has been hooping, Murray has been hooping, and the role players have been hooping. So it's going to be a good series nonetheless, but it's going to be close, and I think Lakers will win in 7.
Okay. Dicky, what do you think?
I got the Denver Nuggets winning this series in 6 games. And I say that because, again, I mean, obviously, the dynamic matchup is Joker versus AD. Now, I know in the past, AD has eaten Joker's lunch, and I'll admit that. It's hard for me to admit positive things about the Los Angeles Lakers, but I will admit that AD has
your analyst hat.
Yeah, that's a fact. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you think I want to pick the Lakers?
That's exactly facts. But no. AD has eaten Joker's lunch, and I think that's in the back of Joker's mind. And I know Joker's like, oh, I don't think about it, just play basketball. But we're all human. We see, we hear, we know what happened in the past. So I think Joker's really gonna want to prove. I think the AD and Joker thing, if AD's on his game, they essentially cancel each other out. So now what does it come down to? Kind of like what G Money said. Are these players for the Lakers? When it's crunch time, the Austin Reeves, the D'Lo's. Again, I know D'Lo's been here before, but he ain't been here. He hasn't been to the conference finals yet. You feel me? So again, when we talk about pressure, what I'm saying, like I said in the first James Harden take, that pressure is very, throats get tight. What I'm saying? A lot of stuff happens, and I just don't know if those players for the Lakers are going to be able to step up to the level that they need. I'm not worried about LeBron James because I still think LeBron is still in cruise control mode. He hasn't even went into gear yet because he knows he needs to preserve himself and really save it until it's time to come out. But hopefully they won't be down too far. But again, LeBron James, I'm not worried about him. It's really is AD going to come to play and those other players for the Lakers. On Denver's side, if I'm be honest, I just have a little bit more faith in them. Now, I don't expect KCP to be fucking scoring 15 a quarter and hitting fucking reverse off because he didn't do that in Detroit when we drafted him. Okay.
Were you expecting him to?
No.
You act like he didn't come in and play good ball, though.
No, he did. He did. I'm just being
funny. He's more of a spot up shooter, anyways.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah. He's just not what Detroit. He's really not what Detroit needed.
No.
Again, you got Michael Porter Jr. For that, I really, just loved his game. And then obviously Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon, again, will probably also need to step up. But I think it's going to be a really good series. But the reason I'm picking the Nuggets in 6 is because I just have more faith in their auxiliary pieces than I do the Lakers. And, again, I just don't think LeBron will be able to just put it all on the back and, take them there. He has to be, judicious in what he does and stuff like that. You'll see some LeBron games. You'll probably see about 2. I think the 2 games they'll win is you're going to see LeBron games, again, if AD is not on his game. Now, if AD and Bron both come to play, obviously, it's going to be tough for Denver. But that high altitude, them having home court as well, I know we don't think of it, like as sports analysts and stuff like that, but that's a factor too. It's hard to breathe. You know what I'm saying? From LA way the fuck down here to Denver way up here, it's a difference. So, are they going to be ready for that? Right. So like I said, we'll see. It's going to be good. Man, we just great basketball, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it is. Basketball. It's really good basketball.
Yeah, dude. You know me, I'm big time LeBron fan.
Yep.
I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a LeBron fan, so this is why. So this is why I would want the Lakers to win, but I got the Nuggets in 7. I just think I agree with Dicky. I just think that the firepower that Denver has is just gonna outmatch the Lakers, and especially while they're at home. I don't think I don't think the Lakers will win until the 3rd game. I think Denver will go up 2-0. Yeah, LeBron's gonna come out firing all cylinders. AD's going to be a menace when it comes to the defense and offense. But then who else is going to really score for them when they're on the road? Well, we've seen it in the playoffs, all playoffs. When they go on the road, they're not the same team that they are at home. And because it has to do with the role players and the bench players, because just naturally, players that are not stars, they play better at home. The crowd cheering them on, the momentum and all that. D'Lo is a prime example of that. Reeves is too. Rui Hachimura, he's had good games, but he's been inconsistent with it as well. Vanderbilt, he cannot score the ball if his life depended on it. He's going to be a great defensive player. He's going to lock up Jamal Murray sometimes.
That's exactly what they need him for. That's what they need him for.
But the thing, like I'm saying, when it comes to Denver is such a great defensive team and offensive team that when you match it up and put it on paper, Lakers, offensively, LeBron, AD, D'Lo at home, who else? Denver, Jokic, he's not going to get as much because AD, but he's going to create a lot. He's going to have a lot of assists. Jamal Murray, he's going to get stopped too. He's going to be inconsistent this series, but he's still going to drop buckets. But then you got Michael Porter, Bruce Brown off the bench, Aaron Gordon. Like, the list goes down for the Denver Nuggets when it comes to on offense. And I just feel like them having the home court advantage going to the 7th game, the Lakers are going to have to depend on LeBron and AD to drop 40 each. Unless D'Lo comes out, spraying, lighting up those threes like he does in the first quarter of home games and stuff like that. But I just think the Denver Nuggets are just going to have that edge over them on the offense, and they're just going to come out game 7. They'll probably win by like 5 points, be a close game. But I don't know. I just see Denver taking it with the offense that they got compared to the Lakers' offense. It's just unmatchable.
Fact.
I think the meticulous scoring of LeBron James will be the difference in the series. And that's why I got the Lakers. Is just I feel like LeBron has just been kind of watching and seeing who's had good nights and who's not, and had scored almost at will when he needs to. So I think that will contribute to them winning in 7. But I'm not saying that it's off the table for Denver because they have a great squad. And I do agree on the offensive end, they are the better team.
Yeah. Oh, you got a 2020 finals rematch then, Nick?
Yes.
I hope. That's what I want. I want that revenge, baby. I want that revenge, baby.
Jimmy won't be going in like Ty, boy. He won't be going in like I just put this team on my entire back. I'm hurting.
Jimmy was.
I remember we lost.
That boy was
Dragic
tired.
That is true. He did lose.
That boy was tired, and Lowry was lost.
No, Lowry wasn't there.
No. I'm sorry. No. Wrong series.
Well, to tell you, I think Jimmy was
wrong series.
Because Jimmy was
tired.
He had that game 5.
He did.
Because remember, he was playing every minute. They were going to close it out. Yeah, they thought they were going to close it out that game 5, and Jimmy said, "Nah, you think because y'all wear the Mamba jersey, that's what y'all going to do? Hell no."
Right.
And then, that was his last
Jimmy had no help on offense, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Bam probably had like 15 points.
He wasn't aggressive.
And then Tyler had a good playoffs, but he didn't have a good finals.
Have a good finals.
Yeah, he didn't have a good finals. No
facts.
And then who else did we have? We had Duncan Robinson.
Duncan didn't either. Duncan didn't show up. Really.
We had Jay Crowder that he did a little bit, but
Jay wasn't supposed to be there on offense. He didn't have the volume of shots. He was there for defense mostly.
Yeah,
so I
feel like pretty much.
I forgot this dude that came off the bench too, number 44. Had an afro. I forgot his name. But he was just there for defense as well. They didn't even really use him on offense for nothing except for picks.
44.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Yeah. I'll look it up because it doesn't bother me. But yeah, bro, we didn't really have much. And then the Lakers had a great squad. I mean, AD, Alex Caruso, great defensively.
Yeah,
obviously,
they had Rondo to run that.
Rondo
doing the floor general that fucking that LeBron didn't need to do. He was chilling.
That's a fact they had Kuzma too. They had Kuzma
Solomon Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, we had Andre Iguodala too. Forgot about that.
You did. Oh yeah, you did have Iggy.
For that year. Yeah.
Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn was all right, but then he went to the Lakers after.
Kendrick was hooping in the regular season.
He was. That's why he went to the Lakers.
He was hooping, and then he didn't get any minutes, right?
Yeah,
he didn't get any minutes in the playoffs.
Well, we had Gabe Vincent then too.
Yeah, who?
But he didn't play.
No, he didn't play.
He didn't play like that. No, he played a little bit. I think he played the end of game.
Is Gabe Vincent one of your undrafted guys?
Yeah.
Is he undrafted?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Kelly Olynyk that we try to make him what Kevin Love is right now, and he was just trash. Then went to the Pistons.
He didn't hoop like that in Detroit.
Come on, it's Kelly Olynyk, man.
Oh yeah, we'll see what's up, man. No matter who really goes to the finals, it's gonna be great conference series on both sides for sure. Each team that is there is just phenomenal to watch. Very exciting for sure. Obviously, you know me, I'm gonna want my Heat in the motherfucking final. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't happen, don't matter. We'll have you guys back on the pod. The NBA Finals edition, you already know, baby. But before we get out of here, let them know where they can view your stuff, man.
All right.
Go ahead, Rich.
Oh, okay. Again, you know what I'm saying? Follow me at Monster Big Boss. You see it? You know what I'm saying? Right here. On all social media platforms, also Sports Vibes Podcast on all social media platforms, man. Again, just appreciate you having me, G Money. It's always a pleasure, man. You know, we could talk ball for days.
You already know.
Hours.
NBA Finals edition coming up.
Of course, man. So I appreciate the love. Thank you again. And you know, Nick, it's always a pleasure to see you, my boy.
Yes, sir. All right, you can follow me, Nick J. Wilk TV on IG, Nick J. Wilk on Twitter, and me and my boy Titus Cleveland just started a basketball podcast. You can check that out on Guard Podcast on all platforms.
Yes, sir. Sir. Nice. I like it.
I might need to come on that one. You feel me?
Of course.
Yeah,
y'all both will be on for
y'all
sure.
Do in person or Zoom?
Zoom. Titus went back to New York.
Yeah, he's living in New York.
Yeah, he back in New York.
I should have called him and be like, yo, fuck the Knicks.
Wait, isn't he a Cavs fan?
No, he a Knicks fan. He was big on the Cavs, though. He was big on the Cavs this year. I was too, low key. I was big on the Cavs. I
thought they were going to beat the Knicks.
Trash.
I did too. I didn't think they were going to show up that soft. I could not believe they showed up that soft. They showed up like Charmin, for real.
The lights, bright lights.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's true.
Lights. Yeah, them MSG lights got to him. Not to Jimmy, though. Got that dog in
Jimmy. Jimmy got that
dog. He started barking.
People saying, oh, we're going up against the Knicks. I'm like, cake. That's cake.
Nah, that dude. I knew that series was over before it started.
They made that video. They made that video after Game 5. They're like, yeah, fuck Miami. And all this shit. I was like, okay, yeah, ain't winning the next game. I'm telling you right now, y'all ain't winning.
The real Knicks fans knew they lost. The real Knicks fans knew they lost. It's them fake Knicks fans that just showed up, like we're in the playoffs, that were like, ooh, we got a shot. That was it. Titus knew y'all that he lost. He knew.
He told you.
Yeah.
Miami would have beat Cleveland or New York.
Oh yeah.
Well, the way that Cleveland played.
The way Cleveland played,
yeah, sure.
Cleveland played like they
Miami might have swept them niggas because
know where they were
coming off the Bucks series. Like Miami might have swept them niggas because Spo definitely going put them clamps on Spider because he wasn't gonna be able to do all of that. Lock that down.
Oh, he didn't even do anything against the Knicks. Imagine against us.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
He didn't.
But yeah, guys, you know where you can follow me: Twitter, George Mike Perez, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at GMike Media _. The podcast, the audio version of it, is available on all podcast platforms, YouTube, and you already know what it is, baby. Guys, have you back on NBA Finals edition. You already know in a few weeks. All right,
my boys.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, you heard?
Yes, sir.